Namaskar to all of you. And on behalf of our Anuvinda Sangeet Aashram, I would like to welcome you all and thank you all for coming at such short notice. Before we get started, I'd like to appreciate and thank the entire team of Anuvinda Sangeet Aashram who worked hard to make this session possible. Some are present here, some are not. We'd like to thank our respected and beloved Guru, Srimati Papri Chakrabarti, for heart, for always being by our side and for enlightening us. Thank you, Didi. And please share something.
Thanks to you all. Yes, I must wholeheartedly thank you, everybody, the entire team of Anuvinda Sangeet Aashram. You really worked hard, made this session possible, especially today in a very short notice, because today I asked this session to be happened on this very special day because this is the 90th birth anniversary of my respected and beloved Guru, Gan Saraswati Kishori Amandar. So this day actually is a day of celebration for all of us. It has always been like this. So I am actually grateful to you all that it is a gift from you all to me and to my Guru. And thanks everybody again for sending the beautiful questions. Definitely, you have told me we have got so many questions. So let's start with the question answer session.
So there were a lot of questions in our official email ID, but we can ask some from them because we don't have enough time in our hands. So let's start, and it's over to you, Ricardo. Thank you for being a host in our session. So please say something.
Kanna, good morning and namaskar to all. Thank you for sending your queries, and thank you, dear Papri ji, for graciously accepting to shed some light on them. For convenience, we grouped the many queries we received in 10 main questions that me and Sukarna alternately will read to Srimati Papri ji. As to avoid distractions, I gently ask you to mute your microphones. Thank you, and let's start. So, the very first question is, who is the true Guru?
Yes, true Guru. A true Guru is a person who can actually show us the right path. The right path means the right path to reach the ultimate truth. Now, what is that? If we elaborate this topic, according to the Sanskrit scriptures, we find that a guru, the literal meaning of guru is one who dispels the darkness. Gu stands for darkness and Ru, that dispels. So a true guru is one who can dispel all the darkness, can remove all the darkness that is there in our heart. Now, what is darkness? Darkness means here the ignorance. Ignorance of the truth, the highest truth. So a true guru is that who can remove all the ignorance from our heart and lead us to the ultimate truth. that a human life can seek for. So definitely that person who can show you the right path or lead you to the truth, he or she must be an enlightened person. He must have realized the truth by himself or herself. So we can say the person has already attained a kind of union with God or have realized the self very clearly. So he must be a steadfast, must have achieved that steadfastness in the path of enlightenment. So that's how about a true guru. Thank you. Very good question to start with.
The second question is, what is the importance of the guru in our life?
The importance of guru in our life.
Guru in our life.
Yes. I will have a continuation from the previous question. As you asked, what is the nature or characteristic of a true guru, or what is a true guru? And now you are asking the second question, that is, what is the necessity of having a true guru in our life? So the necessity is that if we want to know the highest truth, if we really want to know the highest truth, then we must feel that necessity. Otherwise not. If we are very happy with the ignorance lying in our hearts, we may not find this urge of having a guru at all. Okay, so if we really have that urge in our heart to know the highest truth, to achieve the highest goal of human life, we must seek for a guru, because being an enlightened person, he can show us the path and lead us to that particular goal. That's all.
It is said, know a guru before making him or her a guru. What is the means to get to know he or she is a true guru? And how to know he or she is my true guru?
Yeah, two essence are merged here. So, how do you recognize a true guru before accepting him or her as a guru? As I already said, a true guru is he who has attained the union with God or realized the truth and can lead us to that goal. So, if there is an urge, that quest in our heart also to search for that truth, we must search for a guru. Now, how do we recognize the guru? Here, definitely, when we are searching for a guru, there are these things in our mind. That is, a true guru must be like this. Now, one thing is there, an enlightened person can be only identified by another enlightened person and not by an ignorant person. So, if anybody can say that, first of all, I have to test my guru, that whether he or she is eligible to be a guru or not, then I will accept. It is a kind of ignorance also. Because how do we know that the person is enlightened or not? Until and unless we are in the company or we are in a close proximity with that person. There is no way, because, after enlightenment also, all the things in and around remains same. And it is not something, a drastic change can happen in and around you for an enlightened person, and he will suddenly start behaving in a very different way. It is not that. To understand that also, you have to have certain criteria, certain eligibility criteria. That is, you have to understand that yes, he is a different kind of a person, he is an enlightened person. You also have to understand that. So whether you are having that ability in yourself or not, that is also a very important point. So for that matter, you have to have a very pure mind and very sharp intellect also. And in the initial stage, you may not accept the Guru wholeheartedly. It is not a crime. It is not a crime, because it cannot happen from the very first day until and unless you know. And the same thing is applicable from the point of view of Guru also. A Guru on the very first day cannot accept a person as a disciple wholeheartedly. It is not possible. Because he also have to know whether that person is really having that urge of knowing the truth or not. Yes, a true Guru will always be ready to transmit the highest knowledge that he has realized. But whether that person who is going to be the disciple is eligible to receive that or able to receive that, that is also the point. So from both the point of view, you have to judge this matter. You have to consider the point of view of both, of the Guru and the Shishya. So when you go to a Guru, you might have certain doubts in your heart. Like in case of Swami Vivekananda also, as we have read, that Swami Vivekananda also went to Ramakrishna. At the very first day, he was not ready to accept him as an enlightened person and to follow him. But we all know the story, what happened later on. So as the time goes on and you be with that Guru, you get to know day by day that yes, he is the person or she is the person I was searching for desperately. And actually, he or she is my Guru, and through him or her, the path the Guru will pave for me. I have to work on that path to reach my ultimate goal. That kind of a glimpse suddenly comes in your heart, in your mind. And all your doubts are removed instantly then. As you get that kind of an intuition, an intuitive kind of acknowledgement, I would say. Intuitive kind of acknowledgement you get from within. And immediately all your doubts are removed and your true journey starts. So definitely you have to have that much of faith, unshakable faith, and respect and urge from the point of view of the disciple, and from the point of view of the Guru, the unconditional wish to give what I have. Unconditional love and unconditional kind of affection from the side of the Guru. So when these things match, then the disciple also understands he is the right Guru I was searching for, and the Guru will also understand, yes, he is also a disciple that I was searching for. So it is a kind of compatibility from both the sides. That is why Guru-Shishya relationship are not that easy to understand. Okay, that's all.
one is similar to previous one actually.
Uh,
How
I,
do I search for a true guru? Are there any ways to find the true guru?
yes, and as Ricardo, the previous question also said, how will he understand that this is the guru for me? As I said in my answer also, and this is the question you are asking right now. So yeah, it is also true. Now, according to your nature, definitely the highest goal and the ultimate goal is to know the truth. But what is your path to reach the truth? That is also very important. Suppose for me, music is my path to reach the ultimate. I knew it from the very beginning, and that is why I was searching to have a guru who can lead me to the ultimate goal through music only. It is not, I cannot get a guru, or I was not searching for a guru who will show the path of Kriya Yoga or something else, different paths of getting the same truth. So who is the guru for me also? That is also very important, because what is my path according to my swadharma, that is my samskars, that is inherent in my subconscious. Subconscious is actually our samskars. So from the previous births, what kind of samskar I am holding right at this moment, according to that, my path is set. And there must be a synchronization. So having a guru also, you have to keep this in your mind. So at the moment, I said, when you meet the guru and start your journey and remain in the closest proximity of the guru, and then you are actually, a time will come when you will be able to understand, yes, here I have got my guru and my journey ends for searching. And then the next episode is starting. That is walk on the path to reach the goal, the highest goal, the highest truth. So that's all.
And if found the guru, how should one approach the guru?
How should one approach the
The
guru?
guru.
Yes. When a person reach to another person who could be his guru, definitely in that case, he has to approach. Now, that means when you are having a little faith in your mind, it is, yes, there is a chance of that he is going to be my guru or she is going to be my guru. So that kind of faith and respect you are having in your mind. So keeping that respect and faith in your mind, you have to approach your guru and you have to convince him that you actually want the highest realization. You actually want to know the highest truth of human life. You have to express your urge also. So that is the way to approach your guru. First, you have to convince him that you are having that urge in your heart and that shraddha, respect and faith in your mind and heart. So that should be thoroughly reflected in your approach. Sorry.
I understand the spiritual bond and relationship, but is physical presence not at all important? Has Guru-Shishya relationship and physical importance, or is it a totally spiritual relationship?
Physical relation has got any importance or not? Yes, of course. We are in this physical world. We are transacting as a physical body. So definitely there is undoubted importance of the physical relationship. Like, just think about it. In our daily activities, what do we think ourselves? What do we think ourselves? A person, an individual being, a person, a human being. That's all. So when you are thinking yourself a person, a human being, who is transacting with this human body in this physical world, how can you ignore the importance of physical dealing and physical relationship? So it is the same thing. You are having a physical relationship with your parents. They are your parents. I mean, physical body, you are a physical body, they are also a physical body. So the physical existence is not possible to overcome. It will always be there. It will always be there. But we have to learn to think beyond that physical existence. We must not be completely restricted to the physical existence or the gross existence. It is the gross level, you know. It is made of matters only. So it is very gross. And if we are extremely satisfied with our gross existence, then it is fine. Not a problem at all. But you will be very happy with the normal relationships that we can perceive. We can, in this physical world, we will be very happy. But to understand that spiritual relationship, you have to learn to think beyond this physical existence. রামকৃষ্ণ দেব বলেছিলেন না, দেহবোধ যতক্ষণ থাকে ততক্ষণ এই জিনিস বোঝার নয়. So that means until and unless you are having the feeling of this individuality, you think yourself a person. It is not possible. Beyond this personal being, there is an impersonal being, impersonal existence. Try to find out that. There are so many ways to explain this in Vedanta also. You know, the 3 stages: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep, then Turiya, according to Mandukya Upanishad. And then the Panchakosha Vichara and all these things. We cannot elaborate and discuss all these things in such a short session. So that is different issue, but we have to learn to think beyond our personal existence, this limited existence. Then only we will be able to understand the essence of spiritual relationship. Okay, because it is about, I said in the talk also, that you will be able to, when that click will happen from within, that yes, he or she is my guru, my destination, to lead me to the highest goal. So from that point, you will never see that person as a person. You will be able to see very clearly that it is the personification of God, or the highest guru, or the inner guru, as Dakshinamurti Stotra says, You know, Dakshinamurti Stotram is a very beautiful stotram written by Adi Shankaracharya. It is a very big one. It is divided in two parts. The first 7 verses are Dhyana Shloka, and then the 10 Stotra. So I believe the third shloka, Dhyana Shloka, is like, it is saying like this, Chitrang Vatatarur Vridhya Shishya Gurur Yuva Maunam Gurustu Maunam Vyakhyanam Shishyastu Chinna Samshayaha. Which means there is a very beautiful and awe-striking picture that is in the base of the banyan tree. The Guru and Shishya all are seated, and the Guru is young and the Shishyas are old by age. And the Guru, through silence only, he is removing all the doubts of the disciples. Silence is his way of expression, exposition of removing the knowledge and giving the highest knowledge. So what a beautiful, strange picture it is. So from here you can have an idea of the Guru-Shishya relationship. Through silence, all the highest knowledge is being transmitted from Guru to Shishya. So is it possible, if you think only about this limited existence, this physical existence, is it possible? No way. So you have to learn to think beyond it. Then only it is possible. And you know, for that matter also, we have to have certain eligibility criteria. Because a person, when you are a spiritual seeker, when you start thinking beyond the limited existence only, you have to have certain qualifications. In Vedanta also, it is prescribed, in Sankhya, in Yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there are, in every philosophy, it is mentioned. That is, there are certain criteria, certain characteristic feature, you can also say, that a spiritual aspirant must have. Like in Vedanta, we call it sadhana chatushtaya. Sadhana chatushtaya, it is called as fourfold qualifications that is needed for a for a spiritual aspirant. So what is that? Sadhana chatushtaya mean the first is viveka. Viveka means the power of discrimination. Power of discrimination. What is truth and what is untruth? You can make it, the distinction. So then vairagya, dispassion from this physical world. So in a way, when you have to overcome this idea of the limited existence of this physical world, you have to have certain kind of dispassion from the physical. First, you have to develop that. If you are always indulging yourself to achieve the physical things, the material things, it is no way possible. So you have to develop certain amount of dispassion for this physical world. And then is it is called Shama Damadi Shat Sampatti. So what is that? Shama, Dama, Titiksha, Uparati, Samadhana, and Shraddha. These are the things. So it is like controlling your mind, controlling your senses. Okay, then a kind of spiritual fortitude, Titiksha, it is said, like whatever may come, I will be steady on my path. Any kind of adversity may come, but I will be steady. So these are all the things needed for a disciple. That is why I am talking. So it is not very easy to be a good disciple also. At the same time, definitely to reach a guru and to get the, to understand the teaching of the guru. So it is also not that easy. And then Shraddha, that kind of a faith. And then Mumukshutva, that is the arch for liberation. So all these things, it is according to Vedantic philosophy I am talking. There are certain different aspects from Sankhya point of view, from a Yoga Sutra point of view. So that I'm not discussing all these things elaborately because it will be too much then. So the thing is this, so we must have certain eligibility criteria. The purity of mind, okay, at least some sattva gun, we can say, some sattva guna. We must be possessing certain sattva guna. That is why it is prescribed that we must follow a moral path, the path of dharma, path of dharma, according to our philosophy, all the philosophies. So if we have all those criteria, then only we can understand what a spiritual bond can be. And then Guru's grace will fall upon you. It will be revealed instantly through your Guru. The highest knowledge will come to you, will be transmitted. So this is the thing. I hope it is understandable.
Next question. A guru is needed for a lifetime, but how to find the right path in his physical absence? Because there are many times in life when we can't make the right decision, even if we want to. Then what should we do? It means in his physical or her physical absence.
This is a question more about a Guru-Shishya relationship. It is actually solving a problem. It is a kind of managerial teaching, like solving problem in your life, the ways, the tricks to solve problems. Anyway, yes, the need of a guru in solving problem is of course there, because based on our discussion, we must have already understood that a guru is an enlightened person. So he or she must have a very calm, quiet, pure, composed mind, who can take right decisions in any situation, any kind of circumstance. So now, if your guru is physically present, any kind of problem you are having in your life, he will just go to the guru that this kind of a problem I am facing. So you please tell me the way to come out of this situation, or please give the solution. Now, if he or she is not physically present, if you have truly become a disciple of a true guru, as long as you are able to be along with her in her physical presence, you must have learned something. And if you have learned truly all the things that a guru wanted you to learn, by the time you must have become a very calm, pure-minded and composed sort of person. who can take right decisions, who can solve problems on his own. Because a true guru will never want you to be dependent on him or her all your life. No, it cannot be. So, a very interesting thing in this context, I must share the name of our Anuvinda Sangeet Aashram. What the word Anuvinda means, Anuvinda means that which give you relief. One, which helps you to become independent and self-sufficient. So this name was based on the actual essence of Guru-Shishya relationship, which I have understood by the grace of my Guru. So if you are a true disciple, and if you are really having that kind of urge to know the highest, so in the company of your Guru, in the journey with your Guru, you must have learned the truth. If not completely, then at least to some extent. And on the basis of that, you must be a self-sufficient person by the time your Guru left the physical body. So that kind of stage you must reach, because how we take the decisions. You tell me how we take decisions. Decisions are taken in mind, of course. Mind is everything. All the thoughts are coming in our mind. The confusions also happening in the mind. The decision also comes from the mind. So now, according to our philosophy, the mind is called as antakaran. Antakaran. That means the inner instrument. Antakaran. And it is divided in 4 parts. Manas, Chitta, Buddhi, and Ahankara. Manas is that part where the dilemma, the confusion comes. Suppose if a problem comes to us and we have to deal with that. First, it will go to our that part of our mind, which is called Manas, which is also known as Sankalpa Vikalpatmika Buddhi, Antakarana Vritti. What does it mean? That means there is a dvanda, a conflict always. So mind cannot always show you the right decision. Then what it will do? It will pass it to the intellect part, that is Buddhi, intellect. And intellect is called the Nishchayatmika Buddhi. That is, it can give you the right decision. Nishchay, firm conviction. It will give you. So do this. Among the 2 or 3, it will say, do this. So, and then the other parts are also there, that is Chitta and Aham. That is, Chitta is a kind of where all the memory house, you can say it. All the memories are stored there. So it is a kind of Anusandhanatmika vritti, it is called. And then the Ahamatmika is the ego. Due to that ego only, we feel that that kind of I-ness, ego. So all the things are always there to create a kind of confusion. And now, what we are taught by a guru will always prescribe you by any path, any spiritual path, I would say, that be steady, concentrate your mind on a particular thing. It can be a note, a musical note. It can be a form of God. It can be a different sound like Om, Pranava. It can be japa, your mantra that you have got from your guru. Anything it can be, but try to focus your mind every day for a certain period of time. Try to focus your mind on that. And in a process, a time comes when you learn to concentrate in every little thing that you do all the day, all the normal actions also. That is very petty apparently, like cleaning your house or washing your clothes or whatever it is, with full focused mind, because you have learned to do that. And a concentrated mind becomes pure very easily, and a pure mind can take right decisions because it has the urge, and the desires and all these things are removed by the grace of your guru and by the grace of God. So if you are in a stable mind, a desireless mind, a mind that has no expectation, no physical expectation, he will be able to take a decision easily. Why we are confused in taking a decision? Because we always think, if I take this decision, will it bring good to me? Most of the time, I am saying, because it is very difficult to come out of this limited existence and think beyond it and think everything selflessly. But if by the grace of Guru and by the grace of God, we learn, at least to some extent, to follow all these things, all these instructions, all these divine instructions, I would say, we can do this. We can take our decisions. We can be self-sufficient and independent enough to lead a meaningful life, to live a meaningful life. That's all. Is there any other question?
According to, yes, we have three. According to Indian philosophy, these Guru-Shishya relationships are resulting from many lives. Is it so?
Yes, again, a very beautiful question, but very difficult to answer in a particular perspective. Yes, it is true that actually, according to our philosophy, what karma we did in our past lives, based on that, this life is being designed. So all the relationships definitely have got immense importance in making this life, all our karmas, which includes the relationships also and everything. And this kind of a relationship, which is actually a spiritual relationship, because it is meant to lead you to the highest goal, to liberation. And the urge for liberation is not a resultant of one life, of the karma of one life only. You must be urging for past many lives. So when you will be able to come to the right guru, it is very very difficult to point out. Definitely when your time comes, this cycle of this particular birth as this person is just a bid. If you think about a necklace, it is your life, actually, the entire life cycle, and all each and every bead is a particular life cycle as a person. So it is all connected, and you cannot trace the beginning and the end. So you don't know since when you have got this urge, and when this urge is intense, irresistible, then only the Guru will come as the Guru, as that person. He will be personified. I mean, the God will be personified as the Guru. So, and think about it, if it is God personified or the embodiment of our inner Guru, just think about it. When you were different, when were you two? Aren't you the one? So isn't not a connection of many lives? Because it is you yourself personified, or it is God himself personified as your Guru. And it is the connection that has no start point and no end. Infinite existence, and it is always one. The essence is one. Persons are two, manifesting. Actually not. So that is why, according to our highest philosophy, it is said that just not for mere saying, it has got a very deep-rooted cause in it. You have to understand that oneness first. You know, actually, all the things are transmitted by silence or very few words by your Guru. Like just an example I am giving. When my Guru said, we all know that we sing on the basis of the set of 7 notes, which is called Saptak. According to the Indian music is based on a set of 7 notes, 7 basic notes, Saptak. And when she said, just think about the Advaitic aspect. Sa is the only reality. All the other 6 notes are but manifestation. So that's all. You will understand. You will understand that such an enlightened person your Guru is, who can relate everything to that dimension, to that oneness. Yes, it is one. One existence, consciousness, bliss, manifesting as this manifold world. That's all. You have to understand it, and then you have to be steadfast on this knowledge, so that in course of time, you will have a kind of realization by the grace of Guru and by the grace of God. So this is all. It can be a little difficult to understand, but I hope you will try your best to understand. Thank you.
According to Indian tradition, Guru is considered as parallel or placed even above our parents. Why is it so?
Yes. According to Indian traditions, parents are we are actually taught to respect our parents and worship our parents like God, because we are always grateful to them for our birth, for nurturing us selflessly, for giving us right knowledge and everything. So we cannot see God every now and then, but can realize the presence of God in our parents. That is why we respect and worship them as gods, and so as our Guru. Because, and it is sometimes more because, parents cannot be enlightened always. I mean, it is not always sure that they have achieved the highest truth or not. But it is taken for granted that a true Guru is an enlightened person. He has got union with the highest reality. So definitely, he is nothing other than God, that oneness which I talked about just now. So that kind of personified God, you can say, or embodiment of God, you can realize from within. It is just not of saying or reading the scriptures or something like that. Yes, it is all mentioned in our scriptures too, and we are taught, but it is a question of realization also. But yes, if you follow only the scriptures and the belief system and the understanding, then also it is true that yes, we worship our parents as well as our gurus, even more because of this, that they are enlightened. So they can remove all the darkness and ignorance of your heart. That is why they are worshipped like God. So that's all.
The last question. Behavior with the Guru after the disciple has attained absoluteness. Are there any changes?
Disciple
Yes, then what are the disciple has attained absoluteness? Are there any changes? If yes, then what are the changes?
After disciple has attained absoluteness,
Yes.
that means full enlightenment. Okay. Then,
Yes.
then what?
If there are any changes, if yes, then what are the changes?
In changes in what? Any changes in what?
Like absoluteness when she attains to the
in the behavior. Any
yes,
changes
yes. In the behavior. In the behavior.
in the behavior
Behavior
of the
with
disciple?
the Guru. Yes, behavior with the Guru of the disciple. Yes.
Yes, as I already mentioned, that when you realize that absoluteness means that oneness, you have realized the highest truth, you have realized the reality, the ultimate reality of oneness, Advaita, the non-dual existence. First of all, we have to understand that actually it is a procedure in the Vedanta, we study in two parts. The part one is of knowing what you are not, but you are not. You are not this body, not this mind and all this. Mano buddhya hankara chittani naham nacha shrotra jivena nacha ghrana netre. The Nirvana Shatakam of Adi Shankaracharya. But we are not. You are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the organs, you are not the 5 elements, and all these things are being taught. And then you have to know what you are. You are that ultimate existence. So when you get that absoluteness, means it is only possible when you even go beyond your conscious level, your super conscious level, then only you be able to have that absolute realization. You can have the realization of the absolute existence, absolute consciousness, and absolute bliss. That absoluteness, that means that oneness, it is the only reality, and everything else is manifestation. So the only reality is the self, the Brahman, according to Vedanta philosophy. It is the one, reflecting as many. Everything is in that. Everything is in the self. Nothing is out of the self. Nothing is out of the self. Everything is in the self. So when you go to that absolute stage, you get a kind of realization that in the self, what are you and your guru and others? Actually, all the manifestations. The only reality is that self. That only self is manifesting as all. So you and guru, there is no difference at that absolute level. But see, how can there be any difference in the behavioral level? No way. There are three other levels, the absolute level is called as Paramarthika level. Paramarthika. And then the Vyavaharika, that is the transactional or empirical level. And then the illusory, that is Pratibhasika. And now maybe I don't know what the virtual world, in the virtual state, what to be said. It is not invented yet, the term in Sanskrit. So these are the three levels. And now mostly we remain in this empirical level, that is Vyavaharika. And the Pratibhasika is actually the subconscious level. It can be, we can relate it to the subconscious level. And the absolute level is like the superconscious level. That is during the time of meditation, by any process. When you go to that ecstatic mode, that you actually completely forget about the physical existence of yourself. A complete transcendental mode. Then only it is possible to realize the truth of the self. But when you are coming back again to the transactional level, to the physical level, and you are interacting with your guru, you cannot suddenly behave in a different way. Is it possible? No way. No way. You must be feeling the same kind of emotions that was there before understanding also the highest truth. So all the love, all the respect, all the reverence, all the gratitude, and everything will remain constant. Not a least change will be there. Everything will remain constant. But the things will be changed internally from the point of view of your realization. But there cannot be any remarkable change in the behavioral level. Okay. So let's all try to realize the thing we have discussed. And hope to see you all soon again in near future.
Yes, thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Thank you. It was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you. It was nice seeing all of you too. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Hopefully we can do this more often. It's really beautiful.
Yes.
Yes.